morning, New Yorkers. Looking for another beautiful day here in the city. Clouds just started to...
All three of these options, I haven't seen something like this.
Oh, details. Sweet. So now, what everybody wants to see. What does the store look like, girl? Just get to it. Okay, perfect. Here we go. All right, y'all, so today is January 25th, 2025. That's crazy. It's the 25th in 2025, in the year 2025. So today, y'all, I got some samples because if you read by the title, I am starting this vlog today, right now. And then obviously, if you read by the title, what this vlog is about to be about, basically documenting all the way up until Lorvae's, Lorvae, copy up here 234. Third anniversary, y'all, which is also my 29th birthday, so I'm gonna be 30. Oh gee, y'all, I can't believe it. Like I said, I got samples because this year for Lorvae's 3rd anniversary, I wanted to do our first ever pop-up shop. Y'all know I've done pop-up shops in the past.
Hello everyone, hello. So I'm vlogging, so hey, say hello to the vlog. And everybody stream Lorvae.
Which was just like my personal pop-up shop. It was like a closet pop-up, but this is gonna be a pop-up shop for my brand. Like, baby, y'all get to purchase Lorvae's in person, and it's gonna be in, drum roll please, it's gonna be in NYC, y'all, and I am super excited for this because New York is just such a fashion city. But not only is New York a fashion city, New York is my #1 top demographic for myself, my brand, me as De'Ara Taylor, and it's also the #1 city for Lorvae. So I was like, baby, what other than to have Lorvae first ever pop-up shop in the fashion city and the #1 demographic for Lorvae and myself, which is New York. So that's where it's gonna be at. And I'm starting this vlog today because I have samples, and for this pop-up shop, y'all, my whole thing for this is obviously, y'all know, for the 2nd anniversary I did gem. Y'all know I am an Aries and my birthstone is a diamond, so that is where gem came from. And if y'all notice that this pair was gem, so the first year of Lorvae, turning 1 year old, I released gem, which was in the color silver. So this year, the 3rd year anniversary, is gonna be released in gold. But the gag is, baby, that you can only purchase this pair at the pop-up shop in New York City. So, baby, if you there, you're there. If you ain't, you ain't. I received this sample and I had a few notes about this, y'all, because one thing I do not like about shades is when it's wide and like when you look over, it falls off your face. So these are exactly what they do. So I obviously have to make note, which I've already done, to let my manufacturers know that this is something that we gotta fix before we actually launch them. I also received 2 samples for the box, which is gonna be gold. So you see the theme there? The first year was silver, this year is gonna be gold. And if you know, my favorite color, one of my favorite colors is gold. Gold and white, obviously. Also, y'all, I received all these cartons, which are gold, and it looks the same, but y'all, all of these are different styles, different colors. Some have texture, some don't have texture, but they are like different shades of gold. So I have to figure out which gold in particular do I want. And I kind of already have my eye, like when I'm looking at this, I kind of can see the ones that I don't want and the ones that I do want. So I have to pick these, and I also have to pick between box number 2 and box number 1 to decide which box is gonna be a box. And these kind of look the same, but they not different. You gotta look at them in a different light also. So I'm gonna try them on so y'all can see like what I'm talking about. Also have a headband, so if it looks like it's not doing what I told y'all it was doing, it's because of the headband. But this gem was also a top seller for Lorvae, so it was like, baby, it's only right to bring it back in gold. And I seen a few comments that people were saying, can we have gem in gold? And this was something I already wanted to do anyways, baby, so we're on the same page. But like, let me take my headband out so y'all can see. And if you look to the side, you see the details, baby. Lorvae, Lorvae, in the color gold. So like when I look down, you see that? Do you see that, baby? It falls off your face. And I don't like that. So I need them to be, I just need my manufacturers to bring it in tiny bit so that it fits to the face. So when you look over, it don't fall off. So that's number 1. All right, y'all, so all of these are labeled, and as you can see, my manufacturers wrote on them so that whichever one I decide on, all I gotta do is just let them know the number that they wrote on it, and they'll be able to tell. So this one, like, is it showing the gold camera? Like, I like the reflection, because what I want, y'all, is I want this to be pure gold. Like, I want it to look gold. So I can kind of weave out. That one looks good. This one is one I wouldn't pick, so I'll put that one over there. This is one I don't really, let me see if y'all can see the texture. Do you kind of see the texture? Yeah, I don't really care for that one, so I will take that one out. This is also one with a different type of texture that I probably wouldn't pick. So I'm gonna narrow all these down to maybe my top 4, and then we'll figure it out. Alright, y'all, so these are the ones I narrowed it down to, and I don't know if it's showing up on camera. They probably look the same, y'all, but I promise you every single one is different. And I hold the glasses up to kind of get a feel of what the glasses would look like with them, and then also hold it up next to the box to see what the box will look like. So if you look at it with the box next to it, these two kind of don't really match the box, but these two give more of like that pure gold that I'm actually looking for, so I don't know. All right, y'all, so now I turned on the light in the conference room so y'all can kind of get an idea, but now you can probably see these are all the ones that I didn't really care for, so these are the ones that are a NO, which spells no. All right, y'all, so like I said, these are the ones that I'm deciding on, which is really kind of hard, like, oh. But it really depends on if I want this type of gold or this type of gold. And this is the gold that I like, and I also feel like this gold matches the glasses and the vibe. Ugh, I don't know, y'all, this is hard. Let me look at my jewelry. See, this is the gold that matches my jewelry right here. Okay, y'all, so after putting putting the box with the carton that kind of flows and matches the vibe more, this box will go over here and this box will go over here. So now all I gotta do is narrow it down on which box and which carton. Actually, box first. And honestly, I feel like I'm leaning towards this box, y'all. I'm not gonna even hold you. Like, so that means if that box is out, does this mean these are out? I think so. All right, y'all, so what I'm basing it off now, because I thought I knew what I wanted, but then when I was looking at my jewelry, then it was like this one looked better, and then when I looked at this one, it was like this one looked better, and then it was like this one looked better, like compared to my necklace and like my bracelets. So then you have this one, and then you have this one. I don't know, this is just so hard, but it's really between like these two vibes. And then when I can't really decide, y'all, we got an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, could you be like, so yeah, let's go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This must be the one. Okay, y'all, so what I'm gonna do now is turn off all the lights and just use my phone flash to really see the details and really for real make a final decision. And I'm also turning off my light because I don't want the pink to kind of distract. All right, y'all, so I don't know if my only one flash is gonna work, so I'm gonna try both flashes on my phones. I'm like, can y'all see? Do you see? I think I know which one I'm gonna do. I think I know. So y'all, I kind of have eliminated these. And here I am again, y'all. And this is the thing. I'm a very impulsive person, but I also am a person who it's hard for me to make a decision, especially when, I don't know. So I'm also ask the team and see what they think and suggest. But I feel like when I'm looking at it, because I also have my Lorvae keychain. And so like when I look at this on here, it's like, okay, this one matches. And then when I look at the other one, it's like that one matches. And it kind of feels like it matches whatever it's up against. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of really hard to really make a decision. And I feel like what it will boil down to is if I want texture on the box or if I don't want texture. Because this one is kind of like real smooth, no texture, and the other one has texture. And what I'm gonna also do is kind of make the carton to really see the vibes also. Because I feel like it'll be hard for me to see what I'm trying to see when it's just flat. And so this is what it would look like. So it's like, which one? Also make this one into a carton. See? And like, you gotta really squint. And when I squint, I like this one. My eyes are open. You can go either way. All right, y'all. So I think I decided on the box. Well, I did decide on the box, y'all. So I decided on box 2, which it has shoe samples in here for another shoe. But I decided on box 2. This is the one. I feel like this one I like best. Now that I'm looking at it on camera, y'all, but no, box 2 definitely looks better, especially with when it's up against the carton that I'm thinking about. It's hard. If you had to pick, y'all, and I know I'm filming this in like months in advance, but like if you had to pick right now, which one would you pick? And then if you're right, then you're right. But box 1 or box 2? All right, y'all, so after hard decisions and deliberations and feedback, I think this is what I'm going with, and I love it. So I ended up going, switching it, y'all, because I know I said box 2, but I ended up actually going with box 1, and I'm gonna go with this. Oh yeah, I like the way they show up also on camera. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is the one. So this is what I gotta type back and send over to my manufacturers. But this is it. This is what we decided on. Oh my God, y'all, I'm so excited. Okay, now that I have that and the shades, this is like the full setup. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. So let's put it all together. More shooting samples for another shoot. But I'm gonna put these in here, close it up, and we're gonna put it in a carton. So this is how y'all will receive it and how y'all will open it, period. Yes, I think I'm happy with this, y'all. I think I'm in love with this. And so when you open it up, boom, you have the you have the box to grab it out, boom. And here you have it. I think I like this. And honestly, y'all, what I would have told my manufacturers is if I can get this color right here, the exact to the T for the box. Like this color right here for the carton, the exact color for the box. But obviously, it's really, I mean, this is the closest that they could get because I feel like because of the different textures, because obviously the box is cardboard and the actual box that it comes in is more of like a fabric texture, like leather. So, but this is it. Boom. Lorvae E30 anniversary is coming soon. Okay, y'all, so my office is dirty and my assistant is actually gonna come probably next week or the week after next when I get back from New York to help me clean it. But I kind of want to give y'all also a background of who exactly is going to be pretty much helping me plan my pop-up shop, y'all. And so if y'all remember, flashback when I went to Arizona for the WNBA All-Star weekend with Jordan, the people who actually planned that event was who was actually helping me plan my event. So they actually work with Jordan. They work with a lot of big brands. Mainly the one they always working with is Jordan. And so like on the trip, I kind of connected with the girls, the ladies. Baby, I love them down. Shout out to Elle, shout out to China, shout out to Big Faye. Every last person on the trip was like amazing. And I was like, when I was on that trip, I told them, y'all, I was like, y'all know I'm gonna use y'all one day for a Lorvae event. And so here we are. They're working on a Lorvae pop-up shop. Oh. And so the company name, y'all, is L Empire, so shout out to my girl. I actually have a meeting with them next Wednesday, which is going to be, and I will bring y'all to that meeting also, but that will be on January 29th. We are going to be having a mood board meeting. So our first meeting ever was last year, 2024, December 16th, no, December 18th. That was our first meeting. That was kind of like a kickoff meeting to kind of go over the plans that I wanted, the ideas that I have, and the budget that I have. Which, honestly, y'all, whatever to make it look grand and nice, like, because I'm extra. So spend the coins, baby, because I mean, it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I have so many sunglasses in my office. I have so many packages. I have so many samples. I have a lot of shit in here that needs to be cleaned, needs to be put up. So like I said, my assistant is helping me get this together next week. But like I said, next week on the 29th, we have a mood board meeting. So they have, I believe, 4 different type of mood boards. Obviously, on our kickoff meeting, we kind of went over like the brand colors, my favorite colors, the idea for the pop-up shop. And obviously, it's Lorvae's birthday. So like the theme is birthday with the colors and y'all. So I'm super excited to see the mood boards that they come up with and what we gonna do. So stay tuned for that meeting. We'll be back on the vlog when that meeting comes up. And then in April, your girl will see y'all in New York City. So y'all know my birthday is April 17th, which is also Lorvae's birthday. And the 17th this year, 2025, I believe, is a Thursday. Yes, a Thursday. So the pop-up shop is gonna be 2 days long. So you can come either on Friday, the 18th, or you can come on the 19th, which is Saturday. And the good thing about this weekend in particular, y'all, is that Friday is actually Good Friday. So like, baby, that works out perfect. And obviously Saturday is a weekend. Everybody's out and everybody want to shop on Saturday. So that's also perfect. And the following Sunday will be Easter. So like, come and get your little vase, pull up to the pop-up shop, and then on Sunday go to church and celebrate Easter and God's birthday. So yes, y'all. Stay tuned for the rest of like documentation of this. I'm also going to be flying to New York. What I'm going to New York for next week has nothing to do with the pop-up shop, but me and Elle's team will also be going into New York to kind of scout for locations. So I'm super excited about that. So I've picked the box and the cartons, y'all, and I've already sent over everything to my manufacturers on exactly what I want so they can get to work so that everything is in and ready to go for the pop-up shop when it's time. But y'all, I'm excited.
Back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Hey. Back in that.
Whew. Good morning, OGs. Today is January 29th. And it is 11:53, which is a Wednesday, which if y'all remember in the last clip of the vlog, which to me that was probably a few days ago, I said I had a meeting today to go over mood boards with the pop-up shop. I'm so excited. Also, I don't know if y'all realize or notice, but I'm gonna give y'all a look around, but my assistant came yesterday and cleaned my office. So baby, she is nice and clean. So instead of doing my meeting in the conference room, I think I'm gonna do it in my office today because she clean and organized, so your girl got a better headspace. See the floor over y'all remember I had stuff on the floor, had boxes everywhere. She like set up my plaques over there. Like baby, she did the thing. So like I said, it's 12:55 right now. My meeting is at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna be on time, which is what I like. Actually, I'm gonna be early because if you're on time, that means you're late. If you know, you know. But y'all, I'm super excited to see the mood boards. I'm super excited to see everything that they kind of is going to present to me today. Because like I said, it's going to be like 3 different options, I believe, with obviously the notes that I gave them on the first meeting that we had, as far as like the color scheme, obviously the brand colors, the brand logos, my favorite color, the theme for this pop-up shop, which is obviously Lorvae's 3rd birthday. So I'm so excited. You look at my calendar right there, y'all. 1 o'clock. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all a little office OOTD. Here we go, baby. I decided to be fancy today because it's a special meeting and I'm super excited about this meeting, which is why I keep saying I'm super excited about this meeting. But your girl got on a little blazer. Call me Boss D, baby. Doing boss things. Handling boss shit. Got my little shoes. I also got on my favorite socks, y'all, which are my granny socks. I literally wear these socks every single day, all day, every day, as you can see. And then you can see my little trousers that I have on. I have a lot of pants, y'all. I have to get tailored. So what I'm gonna do is gather them all because I was supposed to Ben had did this. But what I need to do is gather them all, go get them tailored, and then have my assistant pick them up. Because that's the reason why I just haven't took them, because it's like, I'm gonna forget that I gotta pick them up. So yes, but here we go, y'all. This is the fit. Lorvae Grace in the color Onyx. The bag, wait, my other bag. Because my workout stuff is in here, so after work, I'm gonna go work out. Hey everyone, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hey y'all, I'm so excited. I'm doing good. I was like, I joined the meeting and then I'm like, what happened? So I had to
like kicked out. I saw you in, but then I was like, I don't know if she went back.
Yeah, so I had to come back in, but I'm back. Good morning, everybody.
So we'll do some quick intros. I know I see your team here as well. Christina, you met before. Erica is also a part of the creative team with us, and then Allegra is also a part. So we just wanted to keep like expanding so you can get different people as you have more questions about creative and materials and bills and sizes and all those types of things. You have more people that can answer those on the call.
I know that you guys kind of did a campaign around sunglasses with florals and kind of the field, and it's like very light, surreal, like based around surrealism. So very like deep and vibrant colors. Everyone gathering at the house to celebrate those moments.
The biggest and best one ever. So this is really his playground.
Right, and I also think the good thing about this one also is kind of flows into the colorway of the brand, like the gold, the white. Even though, like you said, it's not modern, it's not like, you know, what they would expect. What they would expect would probably be number 2, which is why it's probably my favorite one. But I definitely love thinking outside the box. I love doing things that people wouldn't necessarily think of or expect.
All 3 of these options, I haven't seen something like this.
All right, y'all, so the meeting is over. It went good, and we did go over the 3 options like I told y'all. And y'all, I don't know, I'm like stuck because every single option and every single mock-up was chef kisses. So like one theme was like a Lorvae, like Barbie, but Lorvae dream birthday house party type vibes. I love that one. One was also like a floral vibe, which I love, but we kind of already did something like that before, so I definitely want to do something that's out the box, and I definitely want to do something that people wouldn't expect, which will kind of be the one that's kind of like on the Bridgerton theme scale, because it gives like not modern, which will people expect, but it's also the golds, which I love. Like, I love y'all. It's hard. It's a hard decision to make, but I definitely gotta figure out exactly which theme I want to go with. They did say that I can kind of pick 2 themes and we can kind of mesh it, but what will be ideal is to pick 1. So I have to narrow down, which I already narrowed down to the 2 that I like the most. All right, so here's a close-up, y'all, of the themes. And as you can see, this is theme 1, which is like the flowers, the botanical, which I love. But like I said, we kind of already done something with flowers before when it came to Lorvae, so I wanted to do something more out the box. So this is the one that I love because it gives the vibes, because obviously it's Lorvae's birthday / anniversary. So this just makes sense, like doll house party vibes. Like, hello, mother. All right, y'all, back to the deck. Like I was saying, this is the one that I think I'm leaning towards, simply because obviously I've already seen the packaging. It's gold and it just matches the vibe. Like, I don't know, it's just so out the box. It's so different, and I don't think it would be, you know, what people would expect. And it's just like, baby, your girl just loves different things and just like details. So I'm gonna conversate with my team, kind of get a few opinions from like my friends also. Everybody on the call kind of gave me their opinions and what they thought or what they loved the most, and it seems like everybody was leaning towards 2 and 3, which are the ones I'm leaning towards. And also majority of the people kind of have the boutique ball one at the top of the list. And like I said, it just matches the vibe of the glasses. It matches the packaging, the gold. I just feel like it would tie in real nicely. So I'm gonna give it some thought, and I'm gonna have an answer tomorrow, which I don't know, I kind of already have an idea of what it's gonna be, but like I said, I'm so indecisive, so I'll go back and forth just to pick the one that I already had on my mind first anyways. So yeah. Good morning, OGs. Today is March 7th, and we are about to get ready to get on. I believe this is our 3rd meeting, and this is the 3rd rounds of creative. So this, I think, is supposed to be like an official mock-up of the outline and how exactly the pop-up shop is supposed to be. So I'm super excited. I'm about to get ready to join the call because the meeting is at 12 o'clock and it is 12:03. So let's join.
We'll look at the creative. We have the glasses in the deck. We have a couple extensions, but it's great that Reggie's here, because Reggie can figure out what you guys have already been doing, be it on social, IRL, what have you, how we can continue to make extensions. Tell me what you love, tell me what you don't love, tell me your favorite parts. If you want anything to be adjusted or tweaked, we can do all of that. I think the only other thing I'll say before we get started is this was kind of built with any venue in the world in mind. And so when we start to see things next week, we'll be able to say, okay, so remember the thing that we said that we wanted to do? It will probably look best on this wall.
We have the glasses, obviously they'll be the gold ones, but these are the images that we have right now. 3 is just a little bit more of a curated mood board based on the last round. So you'll see kind of little touches of all of these images within kind of the creative that we put forward, and we can go back and reference this page because I think that'll help a lot when we're kind of walking through everything that we've put some initial designs to.
We know that you're gonna vlog and storytell this thing all along.
For the bag that's gonna be custom, that's gonna be what we're giving away in the line for the first 100. Maybe it could be different where the ones that's outside that's serving are like in full costume, and the ones that's inside are you kind of little dumbed down.
Sweet. So now what everybody wants to see. What does the store look like, girl? Just get to it. Okay, perfect. Here we go.
And I think what would be great too when it comes like looping in marketing, having this as a 3D. So this will be in person. They can be able to see it and feel it and touch it and take a picture with it. But showing it like on the 3D scale on the Instagram could also be great too for marketing.
You know, next week when we're all together, I think everything will really come to life as we walk through the spaces together.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. I hope you're enjoying your flight today.
Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Blow make bitches, I'm on my business, stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, you want us red run when I tell a bit peace.
And like the tones and stuff is kind of like the vibe of the brand.
Love is love. Love is love. Adios. Bendo with the switch again. Boy deliver like he happening.
Good morning, OG. So today we are currently out scouting for venues for Lorvae's first ever pop-up shop, and right now we are in location number 1. All right, y'all, so every venue I'm gonna do a scale of 1 to 10, and on a scale of 1 to 10, venue number 1 for this event in particular, the pop-up shop, I will give it a 5.
Comma and a comma, gotta get it. I've been playing with the minutes that they been shit again.
All right, y'all, so like I said, this is location number 1, and instead of on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna do it out of the 4. So I haven't looked at any other ones, but right now this one is my least favorite, so it's gonna be at number 4.
I feel like this is gonna be your favorite. I'm not even about to hide.
I know it's gonna be my favorite.
This is gonna be your favorite.
It's my favorite. It is? It is. It's everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Anybody else voting differently?
No. It was our favorite on the internet. Like before we even saw it in person, I knew. Instead of having upstairs, downstairs, if we're like, oh, the top floor is just too massive, we can build a wall and still have those 2 separate experiences, but you come in the front, you do the party thing, and then you go to the back. That's what she was saying earlier. She wants to like maybe bring in like a group of 50 and then take them, like let everybody experience the photo moments, and then 1 through 10 go downstairs, shop, and we get them out. So that way at least we can move around, which I actually think would probably be really functional. Yeah. So we can also figure out what the shopping experience is.
And this one will be also, we'll be able to do things on the outside.
Yes.
So like their little sneak peek, people can come by and look at it.
This is the one where you sent over the reference, and like they had all of like the branding literally outside on the outside of the whole building. If they've already done a pop-up there, there's probably familiarity with that on this block, and people will just be nice. Okay. Because they know the issue. Yeah. They know what it's about.
Chocolate, can I have it for free? I'm an explosion. That smile's gonna be.
Yeah, we are in my favorite location. I'm so excited for this. I think this is the one I'm picking. Ooh. And everything is so empty, so it's room to do whatever, wherever. Oh wow. All right, y'all, so we are at location number 2, and this will probably be number 1 on the list as of right now. This is probably my favorite one. Well, I knew it was gonna be, y'all. The space is just, the lighting is good. The area is so open, so it's like lots of room to do whatever I want, and I mean whatever. And y'all know your girl is extra. This whole space can just transform.
So he said you're actually able to brand both sides.
Yeah.
And so it's another side?
And it's a full building through, so it's a whole block, so you can enter on 18.
Okay, I see. All right, y'all, so we are standing in the space, and this is what it looks like. before. And the after's gonna be crazy.
You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate. Can I have it for free? I'm an explosion, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate. Can I have it for free? I'm an explosion, and that smile's gonna be the end of me. That smile's gonna be the end.
I heard you wanted something to break. Oh, this is what we was looking at, China.
So that will make an easy access point for you. When you pull up, it'll probably be easier to bring you in this back door, straight up the back, to come in the front.
Or she can take the elevator too. Like,
or I mean, if you want the records of the line, you can do the records of the line too.
I definitely want to do that.
How do you get the color back once it's done?
Abundance.
Y'all, so we're looking at the venue from the opposite side. So this space actually has two entrances, and I'm like, I love it. And he said we could paint the freaking brick. Right now, y'all see this brick is like a greenish mint color. You can paint it whatever you want. I'm sold.
All right, y'all, so we are at the location. Well, location number 2. We haven't decided on the location, but I think it's the one.
You can't kill my confidence, I think.
And if we have like, so
I want to know.
Make that, and then 2, like it almost gives like a free billboard.
Yeah.
And I think when we talk about price and what's gonna happen to these numbers, that's how we try to legitimize it. Like, it's like we also have a billboard, and it's massive, and there's 50,000 people that are gonna see it every day. It was gonna take a crowbar and a 50-pound dog to get you up off that building, so I said, oh, I don't think we're gonna get her off of this one, friend.
We gonna see what others got to offer, but that one is just,
it's gonna be hard to top.
It just makes sense.
It's gonna be hard to top.
Back in that bag again.
All right, y'all, so we are in venue number 3, and out of the 4, this will be number, I'm changing it now. First venue was number 2, second venue was number 1, this venue will be number 4, until I look at the last one.
Hold, I'm beating it down, I'm back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa, oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again, yeah, yeah. Oh, say less.
All right, y'all, so we are on location number 4, and this will be number 4 on my list. You already know, and look at the shades, baby. Lorvae. You styled it so good. You look good.
All right, y'all, so right now currently heading to the restaurant in the hotel to have a meeting. I think we know, everyone knows which venue we are all honestly wanting to pick, and I think I know the one that I want to pick. So we're, having a meeting so that we all can go over the pros, the cons for all, and kind of make a final decision. And then the team, L team, can start building out my dream for this pop-up shop.
Baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time.
That people read is really bothering me. But I also think that we should have the shopping experience at the bottom. Given that I've seen like the Amex, I don't know. Did you show me that?
Josh did, yeah.
Like, I feel like that setup looks like a shopping experience because it feels like it has those 2 booths that, like, obviously you can kind of check out. And then obviously we'll have the people walking around as well, like you said, like Chanel, and having that full experience, shopping experience. And the only reason I think upstairs will be a vibe is because I think that when they come in from the line, obviously they come in that door we came in when we first came in to look at this. And then they then I don't know how that would work because I feel like they have that stair that goes down, but then the half that we're using is on the opposite side.
The first hour is just a party, and then after that, we start to move people through the space downstairs.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel that. I feel that.
You right?
But I think during the day,
call me Bucky. Lucky that I'm innocent. If they had no morals, I be menacing. How about nigga rapping?
He would be able to be like, let's see what's happening inside, or dang, I can't see what's inside, so let me go try to figure it out.
Rolling this another, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that could never be forgiven. And my palms been itching, man, I like the superstition.
Can you just imagine like that 3D and it's
crazy.
you? It has to be you.
I love seeing myself. That'll be crazy.
It has to be you.
I meditate, then I celebrate. Tryna get the cake, I don't take a break. Yeah.
And they could be all gold.
They could be in one of those.
That would be dope. It is New York.
Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like bruh.
I like that idea.
So we need branded overalls, is what I just heard.
Oh my gosh. Get. OMG, please. That would OMG, this is so crazy. I love every bit of this.
It was one of the best takeaways we've ever done.
The longest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
we had to
wow.
Okay, guys, we're closed. Like, the party's over. They were like, oh, there's no more bags. Do it. Thank you.
Made that couple dollars, so I probably get the steak going.
Okay. So what? We need to do that next week?
Yeah, soon. Very
She's gonna say like Friday, like
yeah.
Oh, I mean, we can. I go back home tomorrow. We can set this up for Friday.
I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like bruh. When I get high. I meditate, then I celebrate. Tryna get the cake, I don't take a break. Yeah. Wait, grew up in the 90s, we was watching Ricky Lake. We was eating top ramen, no a TV dinner plate. Made that couple dollars, so I probably get the steak. Go on out at John and Venice, I told Quinn and I'll be late. Ay, I'm so epidemic, I'ma cause an epidemic. Put my feet up in the building, feel it like a tenant. When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like bruh. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like bruh. When I get high.
If you didn't get it, if you ain't, you ain't.